All right, good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. How's everyone today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're cool. What I mean by that is I live in Washington State. I live very close to Seattle, and we are in the midst of a crazy heat wave. For 3 straight days, our temperatures are supposed to be 100 degrees or higher Fahrenheit. These temperatures are record highs for us here in Washington. In fact, they're saying this is going to be the hottest temps we've had in 127 years. Woohoo! How exciting, right? Obviously, this sucks for a lot of reasons. You know, here in Washington, no one is really equipped to handle extreme weather of any kind. We're known as kind of the moderate weather state. Most homes don't have air conditioning, nor do most homes have a way to really escape the heat. A lot of these homes were designed to actually trap the heat during the summertime. They were meant that, okay, during the summertime. During the wintertime, a lot of these homes were meant that you don't have, like, formal heating or cooling systems. You just let the weather naturally take care of itself because it was such a moderate climate. Well, guess what? Now we're not such a moderate climate anymore. So, yeah, it's going to be a bad one. So if you can hear, which I'm sure you can, in the background, my air conditioner is blasting. I have 2 indoor air conditioners in the house, both upstairs, because upstairs is where it gets hottest. And they are blasting right now, maximum. My office door is open, and it will be for the next 3 days. So Jasper will be able to come in and out of here if he wants, but I've got to do my best to keep the house cool, so I got to try to keep this door open, at all times, if at all possible, so that this air can continuously blow through the house. So, sadly, guys, you guys are going to hear this blasting AC, and there's not a heck of a lot I can do about it. I know it's bad, and, it's just got to put up with it for now, as much as it sucks, and hope for the best, hope that this actually ends as soon as possible, that it doesn't last a long time, because obviously the longer it lasts, the worse it gets for people here. Now, I'm one of the lucky ones, because I have been here many years, seven years now I've lived here, and during that time, I had to adapt my home for my lifestyle and my work. And being that I work in an office all day with all this equipment, I had to get air conditioners a long time ago. I was kind of forced into it. There was no way I was going to be able to do this for a living without having all these ACs, you see? But other people don't have them. And I would guarantee you right now, people probably rushed out to try to buy as much as they could. I want you to bet that the stores are all sold out and everything, right? So anyway, it's going to be hot. You're going to hear the air conditioner blasting for the next 3 to 4 days. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. I hope it's not a big deal. It shouldn't negatively affect the streams too much. But you'll definitely hear it, Alright, so thank you guys for being here today. Today is Saturday, the 26th of June, 2021. And today, hopefully, we're going to wrap up a release that I've been playing now for 2 weeks. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Now, admittedly, the game isn't incredibly long. It's just I've been balancing with so many other games that I haven't really had time to focus exclusively on this game, and so it's taken about 2 weeks here to get through it. Even though today, I think we're at 15 hours of gameplay as of today. So that would mean that today, if we do take the entirety of the stream to beat it, it would be 18 hours, and that's actually the estimates that most people are doing, is that the game is around 18 hours long. So we very well might complete the game today. Now, there is optional content. I don't know if I'm ever going to desire to platinum the game. Apparently, to platinum it, you do have to go back and do a few repetitive, grindy style things. I don't know if I really want to do those or not, especially because, let's be honest, last time around, I feel like we kind of hit the wall for this game. And what I mean by that is, last time around when we were playing it, it really felt like we had seen everything, done everything. The game was sending us back to worlds we'd already been on to do just kind of repetitive combat. The plot has slowed down significantly. So, at one point, we were kind of like high-octane, interesting stuff going on, and now not so much. So here's the deal. let's see what happens today, okay? I believe we have to do one segment on this world we've been on before, and then I think there's 2 final worlds that we have to do. Maybe there's only 1 final world. I'm not sure. I know there's at least 1 more world we haven't done. But I guess we'll see how it goes today. Maybe I'll beat it, maybe I won't. If I do beat it, I would like to do a summary / kind of mini review at the end, like I always do in my playthroughs. Ooh, excuse me. But I guess we'll see how that goes. I don't know how far we're going to get today. Maybe we will beat it, maybe we won't, right? If I don't beat it today, it's not the end of the world. Likely what I'll end up doing is a late stream coming up next week. We'll try to wrap it up, okay? Because I am now focusing on other games. I just started Mario Golf Super Rush yesterday, which was kind of interesting for those who are wondering. It was a slow start because basically there's tutorials to learn all the controls and everything. But once you do, it starts to get fun. Now I'm actually in a tournament. And this tournament is interesting because you're playing against not only rookies, but you're playing against like people from the Mario franchise. There's like 40, 50 characters in this game. I was like, holy shit, I didn't expect that many. I thought there'd be like a dozen or something, you know, like Mario Kart. But this game has like a ridiculous amount of characters in it. And I'm unlocking new things in the game. We actually started doing channel polls. People were voting on how they thought I would do. Will I do double bogey, will I make par, or will I get a birdie? And people were voting. It was actually becoming interesting and exciting to trying to predict how I would do on each hole. So I would argue the game's pretty good, but we haven't really gotten too far with it yet. It's hard to judge a game like that until you get further in, you unlock all the content, because we haven't. We're just in the introductory segment. So I'm playing that. I'm also playing Fallout New Vegas, and with all the DLCs, and I'm also playing Mass Effect 3, which sadly Mass Effect 3 has kind of barely been played recently, because I've been doing everything else so much. So, you see what I mean with all these other playthroughs going on? I definitely need to try to focus on those more, and that's why I'm trying to wrap up Ratchet and Clank. So, if we beat it today, great. That means the playthrough's done, I can kind of review it, we can move on. But if not, I'll likely do like a late stream at some point during this coming week to try to wrap it up, okay? So, let's talk. Let's talk about the schedule for the rest of the weekend. It's going to be an interesting mix, as always. Today, we've got the probable conclusion of Ratchet and Clank. Alright, Rift Apart. And then tonight's late stream at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Time is the continuation of Danganronpa V3. That is the ongoing murder, mystery, suspense, plot, visual novel game. And, it's gone well. I'm enjoying it. We're in the middle of the 4th class trial, meaning there's been another murder, and we're trying to figure out what happened with it. At this point, I figured out how the murder happened, but I have no idea who did it. So tonight, we'll continue more with that. Tomorrow, more Mario Golf Super Rush. Try to get further into the game, unlock new stuff. Then, on Sunday night, it's going to be Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. This will be exciting, because I'm going to unlock the dual-wielding ability for the AMP-63 pistols, which I've been doing the last 2 streams. I've been using it. Now I'll dual-wield it. That's going to become ridiculous, because the pistol's an auto pistol. So now can you imagine this pistol, you know, 2 of them, double ammo and everything. That's going to be nuts. Probably going to mill enemies. Okay, then Monday, we are going to finally go back to Mass Effect 3, after basically not playing it for like a week. And then Monday night is going to be even more Danganronpa V3. For more progress, I want to be sure we beat Chapter 4 and head into the 5th and final narrative chapter of the game, okay? Good stuff. Okay. So, ladies and gents, good stuff, alright? Sounds good. I hope it sounds good. And I hope that you guys are interested in all of that. If not, I'm off on Tuesday. When we come back on Wednesday, more variety. You know, I'm going to continue on with the 3 major playthroughs that I'm doing. And go from there. Alright? Now, the next major new release that I'm covering is actually going to be the Skyward Sword, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword remake. You know, remake of the game from the Wii from over 10 years ago. Only this time, no crappy motion controls. That comes out around mid-July. So for the next 2 weeks or so, the foreseeable future here, I'm going to be focusing in on the stuff that I'm working on, you know. And it's for a good variety of stuff, but admittedly, when I'm doing so many things, I know that some people get a little frustrated. They're like, man, I'd like to see more of this or more of this. What I'm hoping is now that Ratchet & Clank will be done, I will be able to focus in a little bit more on games like Mass Effect that I kind of neglected. We'll see how it goes, alright? Now, today is the 26th of June. If you're not aware, June has 30 days. That means we have 4 days left in the month, including today. No, I take that back. There's 5 days left in the month, including today. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a membership goal for the month of June. Trying to hit 250 members here for the first time ever on DSPGaming for my streams. When you become a member, you get many, many, many good benefits, including your name gets highlighted in the stream chat. You get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter. I'll give you a shout out when you do become a member, right on the stream here. In addition to all of that, you also get the ability to skip slow mode. What that means is my chat currently is in a 10-second slow mode. You can only type one message every 10 seconds. If you're a member, you can ignore that because it doesn't apply to you. And last but certainly not least, if you're a member, you get access to all of my emotes. Right now we have 17 unlocked, and I'm hoping to get more soon. When we hit 200, I'll unlock an 18th, 225, 19, and then 20 when we hit 250. Okay? So, it's all good stuff. I hope this sounds good to you. I wish that you would join if you could and become a member here of this channel. It helps me out. You get cool stuff. Alright? Now, that being said, we were trying to hit 250 members this month. It's not looking very likely that it's going to happen. I'm just going to be honest with all of you. Taking a look at the situation. Being a realist, I'm not foreseeing a possibility or a situation where this is actually going to happen. I'm just being honest. It looks to me like, sadly, there just wasn't enough that happened this month in the realm of gaming to really garner that much interest. I hate to say it. This is an incredibly slow month. Typically, E3 month is a great month for gaming. This E3 was absolutely god-fucking-awful, with almost nothing going on in the realm of gaming at all. It was almost like a non-E3, you know what I mean? Like, there was nothing. So it was very hard for me to bring in any kind of new engagement. Certainly, discovery on YouTube is impossible. Like, seriously, trying to get people to find your channel or check it out for the first time on YouTube, you might as well go outside and scream in the middle of the street. Because, no, it's so hard. It is to get your channel, seen on YouTube if you're not someone who already has a following. Now, lucky for me, I already have a following. But the problem is I'm trying to get newcomers to come and join and everything, and it's just not happening. The other bummer here is that over on Twitch, of course, we used to have gifted subscriptions, right, which helped tremendously. There used to be Twitch Prime, where people would have Amazon Prime accounts, and they would get a free sub that way, and all that has gone away since I became a full-time streamer here on YouTube, you know? And there's not much I can do about that, right? So, what I would say is if you can, please become a member. It does give you many benefits, okay? I think what will happen is later this year, we're going to have a lot more memberships. I'm just being honest. Like, I think when gaming picks up, when there's a lot of new releases and people want to see me cover them, some people are going to gravitate toward the streams because they're going to say, oh, I'm already on DSPGaming watching Phil, and I'll check out his stuff live, right? And we'll have people who will be checking this stuff out for the first time, and we're going to have people who are going to come in and probably subscribe to the channel. But I say subscribe, it's called memberships here. Excuse me. Become a member of the channel here on YouTube. But there's not much I can do about it, you know? I can just kind of like, all right, well, it is what it is. Oh, my nose itches. Ah, my nose just started itching. You know, it is what it is. I have no control over it. All I can say is, hey, please, if you like the content, please consider becoming a member. I hope that you would, because obviously you get many benefits from it, and it helps me out, you know? So by all means, please do. If you do like my content, please support it, okay? Alrighty then. So I'm just throwing that out there. By the way, if we do by some freakish miracle get 100 members by the end of the month and we hit the 250 goal, then we're going to do a marathon event. The marathon event is going to basically be your choice. It could either be, like, there's many different options. It could be a retrospective event where we go down memory lane. You guys nominate your favorite moments from over the years and we watch them together on stream. Or it could be a situation where We do a rageathon. You guys pick things that piss me off. Okay? Or it could be other stuff. You know, I had other ideas like indie marathon and stuff like that. But obviously for this month, you know, with time running down, there's not much you can really do, right? Not much you can do. It is what it is, my friends. All right. Now, outside of that, I'm just trying to think, is there anything else that I really want to talk about here on the streams? I guess in general, I'm just going to say something. This is a general thing. This isn't even necessarily addressing anything specific. Okay? But I just want to emphasize something. Ladies and gentlemen, there are people on the internet that love to try to drag me into their drama. Okay? They like to create dramatic situations, and they like to try to pull me into them. They think that somehow doing that, number one, it's going to give them some kind of entertainment. Number two, it's going to try to either derail my crap or, you know what I mean? Like, I am someone who, I just want to relax and have a good time with my viewers. Enjoy games for what they are. Have a good time. That's all it's always ever been about. And you guys know that if you've been around for a while. You know, I'm not some drama guy who's trying to create situations, you know, trying to cause problems, trying to be stupid. I'm not like that at all. I would much rather just sit here and relax with you guys every day, play games, have fun, have a good time together. That's what it's all about. It's what it's always been about for me. But sadly, there are people on the internet that all they want to do is cause drama to try to get attention for themselves, to try to drag other people into their shit. It's stupid, okay? And like I said, I'm not immune to it. People try to do it to me all the time. Please understand, I don't need to know about it. I don't care about it. The best way to stay out of drama is not to fucking, you know, stick your nose in it and address it. When I hear about this stupid shit going on, I just completely ignore it. Alright? Just being honest, there's no point in addressing it. There's no point in doing anything in regards to it. Oh, Phil, did you hear this guy said this about you and this? I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a fuck what anyone said. Like, who gives a shit what some dunce on the internet said about me? I don't care about them. I'm just here to have fun with you guys on my stream, period. And I don't want to be involved with their bullshit, you know? I just don't. I'm just not going to be involved with stupid bullshit anymore. So, I hope you guys understand that. I hope that philosophy makes sense to you. I hope you understand that I don't want to be dragged into any bullshit. So please get that that's why. Oh, Phil, why doesn't Phil ever address that crap that someone said and did this and that? Because I don't care. Like, and here's the thing, too. Here's the cool thing about it. Since we came to YouTube, a lot of the people who used to try to come around and cause dramatic shit aren't here anymore. If you haven't noticed, they're gone. They're not coming back. So that's a good thing. We can just chill together, have a good time with games, not have to worry about their fucking stupid drama bullshit. You know? I'm happy about that. I definitely do. I'm so dumb to me that people just want to do drama all day and cause problems. Oh, well, that'll bring in extra views. Those are views I don't need. Seriously, that's shit I don't want. I don't need to be a part of it in any way, shape, or form. That doesn't help my content. That doesn't help anything. All that does is create more bullshit for everyone, more problems for everyone. Okay? So, please understand that. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because yesterday, Snow Carl in particular starts asking about drama shit. And I'm like, dude, since I came to YouTube over a month ago, it's been nice here. Haven't you noticed? Like, we had none of this drama shit. Why on earth would you bring that shit up? Like, why? Would you know what I mean? Like, just leave that shit outside the streams where it belongs. No one cares about the drama shit. So please understand that, guys, that, you know, there is a policy about it. It's not allowed in the chat. I don't want to talk about haters. I don't want to talk about people talking about me and gossiping about me and trying to talk insulting things about me and shit, you know. I don't give two fucks about it. So I try to keep that shit off my streams as much as possible. I hope that makes sense to you. You know, if you're someone looking for drama, you're pretty much in the wrong spot. My streams have become more and more relaxing and drama-free recently. I'd say since we made the move from Twitch to YouTube. That's one of the major positive changes that's happened, is that the drama is pretty much done. Like, you know, you're not going to find it here. People aren't coming in. They're not allowed to derail the stream with drama or anything. And let me tell you, I really like that about it. Okay? Alright, now let me take the opportunity to do what everyone else on YouTube does. Now, everyone, if you like this stream, you should smash the like button immediately. Smash it as hard as you can. Destroy your keyboard or your mouse or your touch screen right now. Just smash it and destroy it as hard as you can. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? No, the truth is, I don't care. It's hilarious because people to this day still say, why don't you ask for likes and stuff? Because I don't care. Like, engagement is engagement on YouTube, but engagement doesn't help me. I'm serious about this, too. Engagement just doesn't help me. Since years ago when YouTube basically destroyed DSPGaming for its discoverability by taking it out of YouTube search results, it doesn't really matter anymore. It would be nice if people would like the content, but it doesn't necessarily help or not help me in any way. Well, it's just funny because some people also bring up and say, Phil never asked for likes. I wonder why. Because it doesn't really do nothing. You know, my content, like I said, it's made for a very specific audience. You know, longtime viewers and or maybe people who hear about me from other methods. They come check it out and they end up liking it. And I'm appreciative of that, but I know that I'm not going to ever get discovered by the mainstream YouTube viewers and all of a sudden things are going to blow up. It ain't going to happen. You know? It's just not going to happen. So, that's right. I won't ever. Gold, Silver, Ice Storm, I probably will never show up in recommended videos because my channel got destroyed years ago. When YouTube removed my channel from search in 2015, basically I never got back in there. Like, I think if you search very specifically for me, you may find it, but most of the time if you search, even if you searched right now for like, I don't know, DSP Uncharted 4 playthrough, you would likely get negative videos about me before you get the real videos from me. That's how YouTube search has fucked me over. So, when I say things about, oh, you know, you can't find my content. Oh, don't bother liking. That's why it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really affect me either way. Hey, if you like the content, by all means, hit the like button. I think 2 people did. Oh, Battleduck 9000 says he was on Twitch. Oh, no. He says he was sitting on my Twitch channel waiting for it to start, wondering what was going on, out of habit. Well, Battleduck, we all got to get used to doing stuff on YouTube, don't we? We all got to get used to it. It's been a little over a month now, right? About to say a month and a week, something like that. It's all right, man. It's all right. We'll get there, man. With Dre Day saying the same thing happened to Leafy is here. He tried to come back and it failed. Yeah, like that's it. Like once you get blacklisted, that's it for your channel, man. Like you can still, obviously you can still exist for a direct audience, but like I will never have open discoverability on YouTube. They killed that years ago. You know, and there's nothing I can do to fix it. That's how their algorithms work. Stupid. Okay, anyway, guys, I digress. There's really nothing going on in the realm of game news today. The only thing that's kind of funny to talk about is, you know, we've been mentioning this game Abandoned for a while now because of the insane amount of conspiracy theories around the game. People literally making shit up, trying to say that this is a new Silent Hill from Hideo Kojima, and Hideo Kojima is working with Konami again, and this is all some giant fourth wall breaking thing, because Kojima's done it before with Moby Dick Studios and stuff like that. The funny thing is, the lead game designer of this game actually came out and made a video on the internet, and essentially the guy just seems like he's a guy who wanted to make a game and is completely in over his head. He's basically like, dude, you know, this is you know, I'm a situation where I'm telling you guys I'm not making Silent Hill. You know, I don't know what else to do to convince you. I'm outright telling you right now I am not making a Silent Hill game. This is not a Silent Hill game. You guys are, you know, you're losing your minds over something that's not going to happen. Not much you could do, you know, I guess when you get the internet mob, like I said, that groupthink mentality, that crazy groupthink mentality about something, you just can't, these people just become so obsessed over stuff that they don't stop. The guy's literally coming out publicly and being like, listen, please stop. This game is not going to be Silent Hill. This is going to, you know, like he said, he doesn't know what to do because he knows he's in over his head. There's so many people now creating conspiracies, and it's not true. None of it is true. Okay? But the funny part here is, so he makes this video, okay, and He makes a video, and basically people are saying, oh, the video is not real, the guy is CGI. What? They're saying the guy is CGI. He's not a real man. You know, at some point, you gotta... at what point does it end? At what point do you say, okay, maybe, just maybe, this is getting a little bit too crazy, right? I don't know. Like, I'm not expecting a new Silent Hill, nor am I expecting this project to be anything to be Silent Hill. I would definitely say that there were some crazy coincidences. There are definitely some crazy coincidences that kind of made it seem like maybe this was a situation that was a bait and switch by Kojima. But since the guy has outright come out and said, no, it's not, please stop. What else evidence do you need? I don't know, man. Also, a personal piece of kind of annoying news. So, I've told you guys about different back problems and things that I've had over the years. And if you remember, I told you guys a story about 10 years ago. Alright? I was slated to go to basically like my final few Street Fighter tournaments. This was in the era when Street Fighter 4 was huge, and Marvel vs. Capcom 3 had basically just come out. Okay, so we're talking about 10 years ago. And I was going to tournaments and everything, and then one day, I woke up, and I'm walking, this is when I lived in Connecticut, still in my condo, and I'm walking in my bathroom, and I'm just like, oh man, my neck is stiff. And I go to crack my neck, you know, I'm just moving it around, and all of a sudden, I get giant shooting pain, numbness, all kinds of stuff down my right arm, through my shoulder, down my right arm, all the way through my elbow, up to my thumb. And basically, I lost feeling in my thumb for 2 months. No exaggeration. I couldn't feel my thumb for 2 months. To this day, I still have numbness on and off in my thumb. It's not constant. Every once in a while, I get it. What it is, I must have really hurt or pinched a nerve in my neck. And it caused this to happen. And over time, it got better. But man, it sucked. And I remember I'd actually had tournaments I was lined up to go to. I went to the tournament, and I couldn't even play in the tournament. Like, I remember I was playing Sanford Kelly. Incredibly good versus series player. An incredibly good competitor in the fighting game community. And I go to play him, and I can't feel my thumb. So I'm trying to do like launchers with Sentinel and Marvel 3, and I can't tell if I hit the button or not. I think I did, but I didn't because I can't feel it. So I'm like, this sucks. This could have been a really fun and good match against a great player, and I can't fucking feel anything in my finger. How am I supposed to play? So actually, I ended up forfeiting that entire tournament because I couldn't feel anything in my goddamn thumb. It was terrible. So anyway, why am I bringing this up? Well, I wake up this morning, and basically, I can't feel my ring finger or my pinky on my right hand. Now, the rest of my hand is fine. My other 3 fingers are perfectly fine. My arm itself is fine. I feel no numbness or pain in any of that. Only those 2 fingers I can't feel. And I'm like moving it around. I got little pins and needles feeling in them, you know? And so I'm moving it around and everything. And it feels a little better, but I'm like, geez, what did I do? Did I twist my neck badly? Did I, you know, sleep on something wrong? But this just sucks. It happens all the time, especially if you already have a bad back. And it just sucks because this kind of nerve damage, it could go away right away, or it could last a long time. I'm hoping this isn't like a situation where now it's going to be 2 months. You know, 2 fucking months where I can't feel my fingers. That would suck ass. But I guess we'll see what happens. Like I said, felt fine. When I was going to sleep, I was overheated because the house was very hot. It was 90 degrees yesterday. Of course, today it's going to be 100. So the house was very hot. I'm sitting there laying in bed, sweating. No sheets on my body or anything, just sweating. I'm like, oh, this sucks. It's so stuffy in the goddamn house. Trying to cool it down desperately with the air conditioners blasting. Likely it was so hot that I probably fell asleep in an awkward position. You know, I probably fell asleep in a weird way. Maybe I was laying on the arm. See, I don't even know because I woke up and I didn't feel very good because of the heat, and I don't even know what position I was sleeping in. Oh my god. Woo! Oh, it's disgusting. Sorry about that, guys. So anyway, yeah, it kind of sucks. I hope that it goes away. I hope that I get my feeling back in my fingers. I don't know if I will. Right now, I really don't. Right now, the pinky, I basically have no feeling. The ring finger, the feeling kind of came back. But I got pins and needles in the pinky. And no matter what I do, I can't get the feeling back in the pinky. Everything else seems fine. My whole rest of my body is perfectly fine. It just sucks. Stupid nerd. Like I said, it feels exactly the same as what happened with my thumb like 10 years ago. So, hopefully it'll fix itself. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, there you go. See, James, if you sleep with your arm tucked under your pillow, you lose circulation. Perhaps that's what happened. Perhaps I fell asleep with my arm under the pillow. Usually I don't do that. Usually I have my arms above the bed. Like, I'll turn on my side, but I'll have my arm, like, stretched out. I won't tuck it under. But maybe that's what happened. Maybe I was so uncomfortable because of the heat, I tucked it under. And it screwed me over. I don't know. Maybe. Huh. Battleduck says similar thing happened to him. It took 2 weeks to fully go away when it happened to him. Jeez. Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully here's the good news. It shouldn't affect my gaming at all. Guess what finger you don't need to play games? The pinky. Seriously. Of all the fingers this could have happened to, that's obviously, you don't want it to happen to any finger, but that's definitely the best finger it could have happened to because the pinky ain't going to be a big deal, you know? So that's good at least. That's not that big of a deal. You need the pinky for any kind of gaming, so. Okay, we got shout-outs. We actually have a lot of shout-outs. Hold on a second here. First of all, let's do a shout-out for the super chat that came in. Let's get that out of the way, and then we'll get to tips. So, shout-out to... Hold on. It has to load. Full Screen No, who did a $4.99 super chat and said the following. How would you... No, excuse me. How would you? That's not what he said. He said, would you try Balan Wonderworld if it were on Game Pass or PS Now? PS Now, I have no idea. I don't think I'll ever have PS Now. But if I were to get, you know, an Xbox Series X and a Game Pass and stuff, and it were under there, yeah, I probably would give it a shot just to see what the hell it was. I mean, this is the game that basically sunk the career of the maker of Sonic. This guy now no longer even works for Sega. Like, they dumped him after this game was flopped terribly. So, yeah, I would definitely try just for oddity purposes. I wouldn't necessarily beat it, but I would give it a shot. Alright. Alright, so that is Full Screen No. Thank you, Full Screen No, for the first super chat of the day. Let's get that on the leaderboard here. Of course, Full Screen No, a reference to me saying no, like this. No! Why is the camera so crooked? What the... No! See, that's better. That's still not... I don't know. It's off. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't seem to be centered. We'll look at that later. Anyway. Weird. Aquagirl says, Balan Wonderworld's utter shit. I tried the demo, and worst game I played in 10 years. Yeah, and that's pretty much the sentiment. That's pretty much the common sentiment, it seems, right? It does. It seems like the common sentiment is the game was just insanely bad. You gotta wonder... At what point in development does someone speak up and be like, you realize you're making a terrible game, right? Like, no one's going to want this. I guess no one. I guess there is no point. Because no one said anything, and the game came out that way, right? Okay, then. Alright, now we get to tips. First tip of the day was Team Ico Gamer. He tipped me $10, and apparently David Jaff. For those who don't know, this guy is one... I don't know if it's Jaff or Jaffe. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I know who this is. This is actually one of the original directors of God of War. From back in the day. Not the new one. This is the original God of War series. So he basically is known as a well-renowned, you know, game developer. Everyone knows who this guy is. Okay? He says he got banned for assuming Rivet was a lesbian character. He wasn't serious, but Sony banned him off of PSN for a week due to hate speech. Crazy stuff. Well, first of all, yeah, what happened is, I guess, someone reported him. he had made a joke somewhere on PlayStation. See, I don't know how this works. Where did he make this joke on PlayStation? He made it on PlayStation, but where the fuck did he do a screenshot or something? He did something involving his PlayStation 5, making a joke about Rivet being a lesbian. And yeah, they banned him for a week saying that's hate speech. Now, I don't actually know the joke. I didn't see it. So I can't say, oh, that was completely over the line, or oh, that was way, you know, too harsh by Sony. I don't know what it was. I can't, you know, I can't judge it when I haven't seen the joke, okay? But pretty crazy that this guy, again, well-renowned game developer, well-renowned, makes this kind of joke, and immediately people jump on this joke to try to, like pitchforks. You know what I mean? Like, let's bury this guy. Let's burn him at the stake for making this joke. It makes me feel like maybe it was a joke that was out of line. I don't know, because I don't know what would piss people off so badly about it. But anyway, so yeah, this happened, and obviously he publicly talked about it. He's like, this is ridiculous. You know, obviously I'm not being seriously hateful. And I would never do that, and I don't know why Sony is taking this like this, and this is stupid. Then apparently Sony reversed the decision, because I guess within hours his account was unsuspended. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he said at all. I think the reason that Team Ico Gamers bring this up is because I myself was apparently kicked out of the Twitch partner program for hate speech. I'd love to know what I said that was hate speech, since Twitch refused to give me any evidence that I had ever done it. You know. So it's kind of funny that it seems like these places are very quick to shoot. Shoot first, ask questions later. Right? Like, what did I, you know, I don't know. But anyway, he got unbanned. Now he's basically like, he's happy he got unbanned, but it was just ridiculous that the whole thing even happened. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Again, I can't judge because I don't know what he said. But where, I guess did he do a screenshot or something? I don't know. Again, what on earth could get you banned from PlayStation Network? He must have done, what I'm thinking is maybe he did a screenshot with a caption, and the caption was judged by Sony. I don't know. It's a weird situation for sure. Ooh. Ooh, excuse me. Whew. Okay. Anyway, we move on. Luther Vandross tipped me $5. And he says, would you say the Reapers are dumb? Why didn't they attack and destroy the Citadel at the start of Mass Effect 3? That would cause panic, and it would crumble the main hub of the entire Alliance. It took everything to destroy one Reaper from Mass Effect 1. Imagine it, if all of them had appeared at once. Well, if you follow the lore of Mass Effect, you would find out that the Citadel is actually a very important thing to the Reapers. The Citadel is actually, in Mass Effect 1, the way by which the Reapers are going to warp themselves in to the galaxy from dark space. This was actually part of the plot of Mass Effect 1, was that Saren was trying to use the Citadel as a device to open the portal to dark space and have the Reapers warp in and basically destroy, well, take over everything, or destroy everything, however the fuck you want to say, okay? So that was the plot of Mass Effect 1, alright? But then by Mass Effect 3, somehow the Reapers showed up anyway, which is weird. It doesn't seem to make sense, because you're like, in Mass Effect 1, the Reapers need the Citadel in order to warp in from dark space, and by Mass Effect 3, apparently it's not so big of a deal. They could just show up anyway, right? So I don't even know, honestly, where in the plot things changed, but apparently, you know, the Reapers found a way to get there without the Citadel. Now, my guess would be the Reapers weren't aware that the Citadel could have been used to become a device to destroy them. Or else, if that were the case, I agree with you that, yeah, they probably would have rushed the Citadel and tried to break it. That, wow, are you telling me that these creatures that have found a way to weaponize the Citadel and shut everything down or whatever. Well, we need to stop them. But I'm going to guess they didn't know that. They didn't know that the sentient beings of the universe had advanced so far that they had found a way to weaponize the Citadel with the catalyst. Because if they had known that, you would think that they would have tried to stop them, right? So, I don't know. I mean, in every game, and especially a convoluted plot like Mass Effect, there's going to be plot holes and there's going to be retcons. My only guess would be the Reapers were trying to do what they've always done. All they wanted to do was wipe out the sentient life, leave a few races behind to start from scratch and start building over. You know, some of the races that hadn't been technologically advanced like the others. And then they were going to go back to dark space. But they were hoping that they were going to be able to use the Citadel again to warp themselves back in, because this cycle was such a pain in the ass for them to do what they needed to do, because in Mass Effect 1, they basically shut down the Citadel from the Reapers being able to use it. Which then, that's why it takes the Reapers, like, what, 3 to 5 years to finally show up and start trying to take over the galaxy? That would be my guess, is that they figured if they destroyed the Citadel, now they have no way to quickly get back here when they try to do the cycle again. Remember, this is a cycle that runs about every 50,000 years. The whole point of the cycle was to make it so that AI creatures, you know, machines, and organic creatures don't basically kill each other off. The cycle was meant to keep it going, because they said every time that this happened, every time that they allowed everything to go unchecked, basically there was a war between the organics and the robots / AIs, and it would destroy the whole universe. So that was why they had this 50,000 year cycle. Okay, so this is all part of the plot, but the plot is so convoluted over 3 games that it's hard to even really remember or summarize most of it. So that would be my guess. The Reapers, I mean, yeah, you're right. When the Reapers finally arrived, they could have easily went to the Citadel, blew it the fuck up, and said, okay, now you have no way to really get around anymore because we blew up the mass relays or whatever. But I'm thinking they want to keep the cycle going. So they're thinking if we do that, we can't keep the cycle going. So we're not going to do that. Instead, we're just going to take over the individual worlds or whatever and hopefully retain the Citadel for future use. And of course, it didn't work out too well, because then Reaper turns on the catalyst, and depending on what color ending you choose, he defeats the Reapers one way or another. What's funny is there is the ending where the Reapers win. Did you guys ever see the ending where the Reapers win? In the ending where the Reapers win, what happens is Shepard just says, I don't want to play your game. I don't want to make any choice, because I feel like no matter what choice I make, you're just setting it up to be a disaster anyway. So, fuck it. Whatever happens, happens. I'll take my chances without the catalyst at all. In that ending, the Reapers win. The Reapers actually win the war and to kill all the sentient races. But what ends up happening is there's an epilogue scene, and it's really stupid. There's a woman who's supposed to be, like, I guess a mother or like some kind of a caregiver talking to a child in the future. And she's like, and so that was the story of Shepard. But luckily, because of Shepard's actions, future generations were able to defeat the Reapers for good. Basically, what happened is Liara became like the Protheans, where she became the VI that was inside new beacons that talked to future alien races down the line, and basically gave them information about the catalyst and everything. And so those alien races were later on able to prepare and beat the Reapers. So basically, everyone dies who you care about in the entire series. Everyone's dead. But then, you know, thousands of years later, some other alien race beats the Reapers off camera. You don't get to see it. But that's supposed to be a good ending. That's supposed to be the good, happy ending. I played through 3 games, and this is my ending. You know what ending that reminds me of? Did you guys ever see the original ending of Final Fantasy VII? It's one of the worst endings in RPG history. Essentially, all you see is the progeny of Red 13, you know, Red 13, the crazy mutant thing experiment that Shinra created. You see his progeny running around in Cosmo Canyon. And that's the end of the game. Like, you don't even know what's going on. But I guess what it's supposed to mean is that, oh, look, not everyone was killed by the big cataclysm thing at the end of the game, which was the whole point of you trying to stop Sephiroth. Apparently you were successful because, look, apparently there's progeny of Red 13 who are alive. And that was it. That was the whole ending. It's like, that's the worst ending I've ever seen. That's kind of why I want to play that with you guys. I want to show you how the plot is so fucking bad in that game. The gameplay is outstanding. The plot is such duty. I don't know how they came up with that fucking plot. It's like an unfinished plot. It really is. Anyway. Alright, thank you, Luther, for the tip. Oh, let's see here. Socket Toom tipped me $2 and is talking about my vaccine status. As I've said about 4,000 times, I'll repeat myself again. I'm not going to talk about myself or my personal vaccine status because I got personal complaints from multiple people when I was talking about this, you know, months ago, stating that it was too political. And every time that I brought up talking about the vaccine or me getting vaccinated, trying to get vaccinated and stuff like that, that people were getting very upset with me because people were getting into political arguments in the chat about it, that this vaccine, as silly as I think the vaccine's scientific and medical, but apparently some people see this vaccine as a political thing. So I made it a very strong case, and I said I am not going to be talking about this vaccine at all. Sorry if you were planning on hearing me talk about it. I'm not going to do it because I just don't want to upset people and cause problems. Alright? So, I'm pretty sure if you've been attendee of my streams recently, if you've heard me talk about these things, you likely know the answer. Alright? It's not like this is some insane great mystery. You've pretty much figured out the answer to your question, that, you know, about me, my vaccination status and the like. But I'm just not going to talk about it because I just don't want drama. You know, I'm tired of the fucking bullshit drama, and I don't want it. So I'm not going to bring it up, okay? And I hope you're okay with that, and I'm sorry to disappoint you if I did, but that's what I'm sticking to. I just don't want bullshit, okay? Okay. Bombay Sapphire to me $3 said, Numb Thumbs explains why your gameplay is mediocre. Wow. That is such a groundbreaking thing to say. You have owned me, sir. You've completely pwned and owned me. And I am defeated. There's nothing I could ever say to counter the amazing amount of intelligence that you just hit me with. So, I thank you for owning me so hard on my own stream. And, that's it. I think I'm going to have to hang it up as a streamer completely. There's no way that I could continue forth after taking such a blow. Such an egregious insult has been tossed my way that finally I've never... Alright, let's continue. With Dre Day, Timmy $2 says, no joke about the back thing. I would see a chiropractor. I thought chiropractors were a joke. That for lower back pain, I found a slip disc and nerve damage. Sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, likely. There's something going on in regards to my neck. Because, like I said, 10 years ago, it was my neck that gave me the thumb pain. Now, all of a sudden, I got pinky numbness, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. If I could afford a chiropractor, maybe I would check one out. I don't really have any money. Sucks. You know, it's just life right now. So, we'll see what happens. Thank you to With Dre Day for a $2 tip. Now, also, I received another super chat from LP101. What the hell just happened? Oh. So, he said he did a 2-pound super chat, and he says, time to cut off your pinky Yakuza style. Well, if I needed to have my pinky removed today for a terrible shortcoming as part of the Yakuza, I probably wouldn't even feel it. But outside of that, I don't think I'll be chopping my pinky off anytime soon. But thank you very much for the super chat. Okay. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for a fun pre-stream. Does anyone else have any other topics they would like to discuss? Does anyone else have anything else to say or talk about before we get to the quick break that I take to use the restroom? Before we get started here with the conclusion of Ratchet and Clank. Should definitely be the conclusion coming up. I can't imagine. Then again, maybe not, because every time that I think something's going to end, it ends up taking forever, right? So maybe this won't be the conclusion today. We'll see. I think we have this planet I'm on now, and then we've got, if I remember correctly, I think there's like 1 to 2 more worlds left in the game. So, I guess we'll see. But anyway, anything else? Foss, my email is darksidephil@hotmail.com, not dsp@hotmail.com. If you sent that, it's not me. It's darksidephil@hotmail.com is my email. So I did not get an email from you. Adam stresses, did you see Subway's response to the tuna allegations? No, I did not. I did not see their response to the tuna allegations. What is their response to the tuna allegations? I missed it. Suga surprises he thinks my Mario Golf character looks like Bert from Tremors. I've seen Tremors. I don't remember Bert though. I don't remember a character named Bert. So what was their response? I'm actually want to hear Subway's response. What did they say about the tuna allegations? Shout out to Pastry Loving Bastard who did a super chat. Says best streamer ever. Woo! Woo! Well, hello Darkness, how you doing? Now I'm not getting told Subway's response. I'm very upset. You can't tease me like that and then not follow up, man. You can't tease me and then not give me the deets. All right. So let's update the leaderboard here. Pastry Loving Bastard, the latest super chatter. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a break. I got to use the bathroom. All right? The coffee's run through me. This is not good. Let's take a break. When I come back from break, it'll be the conclusion, hopefully, of Ratchet & Clank. Let's see how it ends. Hopefully this is better than last time, because last time I was bored. I hit the wall. I felt like I'd done everything in the game, and it was kind of boring. Hopefully today will be better. All right? Hopefully we'll see a good conclusion. It'll be exciting. I thank you all for that. So I recommend you grab a drink, a snack, use the restroom yourself. I'll be back shortly. Thank you all. See you in a few.